Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and post this link to. Oh, that's right. I gotta cut my sound on the actual thingy. And I'll just sit here and play the waiting game, I suppose. God damn it, I'm out of lemonade now. Man, I like my lemonade. Shit. I suppose while I'm waiting for people, I will check stuff like IRC. Okay, well, IRC's not doing anything. Wonderful. Go to the trapdoor next to the stairs. Grab attic key in game. Well, hey. Best game. No, not even remotely best game. I'm sorry, Gone Home was God. Oh, it was just boring. It was boring. So boring. Oh man. Ugh. I don't even know if anyone's gonna come in this stream, to be perfectly honest. Oh, there's one. Oh lordy. Catch up on Skype shit. Ooh, I got blocked. Ooh, that's interesting. Well. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Gone Home 6 just gone. Oh. I didn't plan this at all. So this is like totally impromptu. This is like, well, I just go to YouTube and talk for a little bit about some shit. Meanwhile, I'll just catch up on emails while I'm waiting for people. Rum companion making a winning dinner deal. Royal Street at Company Shops Market. What the fuck? Oh, a band. What the hell is Company Shops Market, though? I have no idea where the fuck that even is. No idea. Hey, you're stalking me. How's it going, dude? I'm gonna post it again. Or not. I don't know. Well, I guess it's just you and me and maybe one other person if they give a shit. Okay, so, fuck. I guess because this is gonna be recorded anyway, I can go ahead and start talking. I wasted about like 3 minutes of your time, but whatever. So yeah, Gone Home. My God, I wasted a couple hours of my life, or an hour and a half. I don't know how long it took me to get through it, and that was boring. My God, that was boring. I didn't want to listen to what's her name talk. What, Samantha or whatever? I didn't want to listen to her talk. That's the thing. I think I would have been more satisfied if I could have just read everything that she said. Listening to her talk, I did not want to fucking. I didn't want to do it. It was just boring. Super fucking boring. And the rest of the game was just go to this room, look through this shit. You know, what's important, what's not important. Okay, so the dad is a failed author. Does that contribute to what's her name's creative writing? Oh no, she wants to be a writer. She's going to college for it. I wonder how dad feels. Does he want to get drunk? Blah, blah, blah. My God, honestly, even that, like a family situation like that would be complex and whatnot, was just so utterly boring to the point where I didn't want to read through any of the manuscripts. It was so, it was mundane. It was ridiculous. I couldn't stand it. I could not stand it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So I'm not. See? I'm yawning. I'm yawning. That thing bored me to fucking sleep. Actually, it's because I didn't get any sleep last night, so I should probably do that. But anyway, fucking yeah, so baiting paranormal stuff so hard. Yeah, it was. It really was. I mean, the X-Files stuff was really early on, so that's how I got because paranormal. Because I mean, I used to be in with X-Files shit when I was very young. Like growing up in the mid '90s, I was all into the X-Files shit. Man, I fucking love that. I mean, I still have. I know I said it during the stream. I still have an "I Want to Believe" poster from when I was growing up, and it's sitting right next to me right now. Of course, hanging up on my wall right now because of stupid shit that happened when my sister was here. But yeah, that's all I can really say. Oh, it didn't deliver. Yeah, it didn't deliver. That's why I said like they brought back the ghost of what's his face, and the Ghostbusters came in, busted them, fucked that shit up really good. What can you do? What can you do? Test your might. Test your might. Oh, I like that. I like that I'm on a Mortal Kombat character selection screen. That's cool. And then I'm in between Thunderfoot and fucking King of Pole. I don't think I'm deserving of that position, but oh man. Let me post something to Twitter again. Okay. And Depression Quest. Okay, so you want to hear about Depression Quest. All right, I'll tell you about Depression Quest. So I played Depression Quest this morning. Very early this morning. And goddamn. So that game really hit home for me. Mostly because I do. Excuse me. You're gonna have to excuse the yawning. I'm but it hit home for who suffer from depression and have been for a few years now, and it was really heart wrenching, but only because it reminded me of my experiences with depression, not because it was engaging, but because some of the descriptors, I guess you could say they were triggering in a way. I don't really consider it a game. I don't. Simple as that. I don't. It's a interactive novel, if anything. The writing was pretty all right, I thought. But outside of that, Depression Quest made me feel that I think only people with depression would be able to feel. And I was talking with Christopher Arnold, who runs Crown Damon Studios, about it after I had finished, and we basically came to the conclusion that it's probably a better experience for people who have had than it is for people who have not had depression before, because it failed was it explain depression well to people who do not have it? From what he said, it failed to really explain it. It failed to convey what depression is like, and it just angered people because choices. Why are some of the choices blocked out and stuff? You know, oh, you have severe depression, you have super depression, whatever. Excuse me again. Sorry about that. It didn't really resonate with those people. For someone like me, for someone who could identify with that stuff, I knew it. I knew it from a firsthand experience. So it was more of a reminder of my time with depression and some of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. The ending, the very ending, where it was like breaking down. This is what you did. This is what you were feeling, and this is what happened. That just really hit me hard because a few of my friends walked out on me at some of my lowest points because they couldn't take me basically bringing them down. And I refused to see a therapist, to talk to a mental health professional. I outright refused to. I still do to this day. I absolutely refuse to. And that's because of matters that really relate to my childhood and speaking to psychologists and whatnot. So I harbor a sort of distrust for them as a result. But anyway, no, that's really what it reminded me of. I still don't consider it a game. I still don't think it deserves like all the awards that it got. I mean, I think the writing is all right, but that's really all I got going for it. God damn, I'm yawning so much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But holy shit. Spec Up the Line is certainly a game that makes you feel like shit. Yeah, I agree. Hey, these thoughts seem familiar, but something I brought to the table. Oh, well. Jim Sterling's new video, he gives a good opinion with all these non-games. Okay, I did watch that video. And I disagree with it to a degree. I think games should. I know he brought up Animal Crossing as his big example of that's a game, but Animal Crossing can still have detriments to you. Stuff can still happen that would not benefit you. You can lose things, like turnips, for example. If you don't sell your turnips within a week, they will go rotten. Roaches in your house. I know like that isn't really saying a lot, but they are still considered detriments in the game. Stuff like Gone Home, there's really no detriment other than you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And the comparison that I drew at the very end of the stream was to an interactive trailer for Super 8. If you have Portal 2 for PC or Mac, you can't get it on the console version. Or I'm sorry, you can't get this thing on the console version. Go to the extras menu and scroll to the very bottom and select Super 8 interactive trailer. Play through that and then tell me what the difference is between that and Gone Home. There is still a story to be told in the interactive trailer. There is still an element of mystery to it. There's something going on. You can't pick stuff up. You can't read things. Well, not really, but you can still sort of figure things out on your own. Yeah, it doesn't have like a huge story to it, and yeah, it really continues in Super 8. I mean, it's a fucking trailer after all, but you wouldn't stuff. That's basically had some sort of backstory to the movie that you wouldn't be able to get anywhere else, that would be pretty much exactly like what Gone Home is. But it's not considered a game. It's considered an interactive fucking trailer. And so I say that something like Gone Home or Depression Quest, well, not really Depression Quest because it doesn't have the visuals behind it. But something like Gone Home would be more of an interactive art piece, I'd say. I wouldn't so much call it a game. I'd call it an interactive art piece. That's not saying that, it's not valid as that art piece. I mean, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I just don't consider it a fucking game. I mean, you could get the same thing out of that you would reading a book, a choose your own adventure book. I guess we're going to go back to Depression Quest or something. But you could get the same fulfillment out of Gone Home as you would a choose your own adventure book. One that didn't have like a bad ending, so to say. I really don't see the point behind it. Watch Jim Sterling. Well, I did. I watched that one because it was linked to me, and I watched it, and I disagree with him. Failed state detriments to a game make something a game, and it's got to be interactive, of course. I'd say it has to be visual to a degree too. I don't. Well, you got text-based games, whatever. But anyway, so that's basically how I feel. I think it's just a glorified art piece, not much of a game really. Probably blurring the lines between. Probably blurring the lines between a novel and I guess I could call it a game. That would be blurring the lines in between. It's close. It's close enough. I wouldn't pay $20 for it. I absolutely would not pay $20 for it. I do not think it is worth that price. Maybe $5. Even then, that's really stretching it because you're getting what, like an hour and a half of content, really? You're getting an hour and a half of content. There's basically no replay value unless you want to go like unlock everything. Hey, David Mason here. How's it going, dude? Want to be damaging them to be rated against games? I'm not sure what you're saying. What novels? If a choose your own adventure novel had bad endings, it'd be more gamey than Gone Home. Inclusion of failure state. Even with more kid. Yeah, that's that. They're more gamey. $20 is a joke. It is. It's a fucking joke. Like I honestly can't believe how they managed to. God, how people managed to buy it for $20. Like, I'm sorry, but I would not dare. I would not dare. Depression Quest costs money? No, we're talking about Gone Home. Depression Quest costs money if you get it on Steam, I believe. There's also a pay what you want model. Of course, you can always play it online for free, and it's dumb. Huh. They had PBR in both, though. That was funny. They have to shill for fucking PBR in those goddamn indie games, don't they? PBR, because you're too good for Budweiser, but too cheap for a real beer. You can you can steal that one if you want. Feel free to. Okay, so what is the real world effect of labeling something a game or not a game? I guess as far as like awards go, what got me was the people saying, like Polygon, for example, said Gone Home was their game of the year. I absolutely fucking disagree. You had games like fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 come out last year. And you're telling me that you would rather play Gone Home, a game that you can play once, maybe twice if you really want to. That was a more enriching experience than a game that delivers hundreds of hours of content. I don't think so. How long did it take you to finish Gone Home? An hour and a half to 2 hours, actually. Depression Quest and Gone Home. If you compare them to actual games objectively, you'd have to give them a lower score. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I would. Perfect for recumbent bikes. That's PRB. It's PBR. No, if you compared Gone Home to, God damn, if you compared it to, so the first X-Files game for the PlayStation had a lot of look around and discover things and solve a mystery. That had more gameplay than Gone Home. Of course, it was more of a point and click thing, but then again, I mean, what the fuck is Gone Home other than a point and click with physics, bad physics, might I add? Shit doesn't fly. Physics. Compare Gone Home to Stanley Parable if you've played it. I have not played Stanley Parable. Sorry, I have not played it. I really want to. I really want to. I've heard nothing but good things about Stanley Parable. But nope. I can't compare. Depression Quest, I don't know what the fuck I can compare Depression Quest to. Fuck. A depression simulator, I guess. Go ahead and ask me some questions too, you guys. I'm not sure exactly what else I can talk about here. Let's see. I'm gonna just run through the chat. Stanley Parable and stream it. If I can get my hands on a copy, I will. Yeah, I'll do it. Why the hell not? I'll stream something else if you guys want me to. All the pretentious people would aspire to make, they're too intelligent. I was gonna stream some other stuff too, like I think we agreed on Vortex for the Super Nintendo that I'd stream at some point. Depression Quest is a choose your own adventure novel with pages for the sensible choices torn out. Yeah. Yeah. Except it's also got really annoying music that you turn off like 3 minutes into the game. Oh God, did I say game? Oh, another thing. I just remembered it because I said it during the stream too. If you want to know my feelings on Depression Quest summed up, go look up AVGN's Plumbers Don't Wear Ties review. In it, he basically, hang on, I'll see if I can't look it up on my phone real quick and play the sound clip, and hopefully it won't sound like ass. Plumbers don't wear ties. Okay. What happens if you don't win in Depression Quest? Well, you don't win, period. You don't win and you don't lose. That's the thing about it. It's basically like an explanation of what it's like, which is why I say it's sort of like a simulator than anything else, or just a simulation. It's not even a simulation game, or I'm sorry, it's not a simulator game either. Okay. Think I'm here.
What happens next? So, who do you want to make the first move? If you want John to do it, hit A now. This is the first time there's any interactivity with this game.
Let me know if that sound is ass, and I'll just try and transcribe it.
Playing with the menus on a DVD. There's games like Night Trap and Dragon's Lair, which are like movies, and there's not a lot of actual gameplay. But this piece of shit is way, way below that. This isn't even in the same category as those kind of games. It's the bare minimum of what you can actually call a game.
Do girls actually like guys who are really aggressive? I don't think so.
But what makes it even worse is...
Okay, so to sum it up, if you couldn't hear it, he equated plumbers don't wear ties, and I'm going to use plumbers don't wear ties as an analogy for Depression Quest. He compared it to playing with the DVD menus. And there was stuff that didn't have gameplay, or not much gameplay, but it was basically just quick little snap decision making and button hitting like Night Trap and Dragon's Lair. But they still had more gameplay than shit like, you know, Depression Quest. It's basically just hitting buttons on a DVD menu. And I mentioned it a couple of streams back. It's the bare minimum of what would count as a game. And on top of it all, you could recreate something like it in Microsoft PowerPoint. Sega CD, Night Trap was on Sega CD. Plumbers Don't Wear Ties was 3DO. Yeah, Philosopher got it. But yeah, so it's barely it's barely a game, if it can be considered that. Yeah, worse than... Yeah, well, okay. Depression Quest didn't even have visuals. I do not count the... I can't even call them stock photos because literally who actually took the pictures, but they look like stock photos of like a Netflix loading screen, of an IM window, of like blankets and pizza boxes and stuff. Like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? You're not going to be looking at that. It's not a visual game. It's a text game, if it can be called a game. For the sake of making the sentences make sense, we're gonna refer to it as a game. You can make Depression Quest using a pre-made block. Yeah, you could. You could, absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. So, but I will give literally who a point for this. I actually enjoyed Depression Quest more than Gone Home. Even in all that shit, it still gave me an emotional reaction, and that's more than I can say for Gone Home. Gone Home, I was bored the whole way through. I mean, Gone Home did trigger some nostalgia in me because fucking X-Files shit, but that's honestly just the nostalgia factor kicking in. I mean, Depression Quest, it really hit home because it triggered some intense emotions in me. Only because I remembered stuff. So it needs to come with a trigger warning, damn it. It's Twine, it's even simpler. Yeah, it is. When you notice that Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is actually more of a game than Depression Quest. She was the main programmer. Yeah, right. What the fuck? Programmer my ass. She's not a game developer. She's a writer. She's not a game designer. She is a writer. Call her what she is. She is a writer. She has no business getting awards for game development. No, none. Nope. Sorry. Twine gives you... Have you played any other games that made you think they were pushing on the game front like Proteus or Dear Esther? Okay. I did play Dear Esther. That still just felt more like an interactive trailer or an interactive art piece. I mean, I jokingly referred to Gone Home as the shitty Dear Esther ripoff, and now I definitely know it is. It feels like a shitty Dear Esther ripoff. I was bored during Dear Esther, and I was even more bored during Gone Home. At least Dear Esther looked pretty. The only thing Gone Home had going for it was Christmas Duck. Literally, that was Christmas Duck. Some dude wrote it. She didn't even write it. It says in the credits that she was a writer, and the other dude was also credited as a writer. So Anita gets GDC awards. Spoiler alert: GDC is owned by the same company. I think it's like UBM or something that owns Gama Sutra. So they probably did it just for the fucking PR. Or they did it because they owed her a favor or some shit. I mean, that was a total rip. That was a total fucking rip. Ambassador Award. Yeah, fucking right. Let's see who else has gotten the GDC Ambassador Awards. Because I know it's like some super ass important people. GDC Ambassador Award. Okay. In 2010, the Ambassador Award was given to the Penny Arcade guys. When was Dick Wolves? I think Dick. That's incredible. So they gave the Penny Arcade, the guys behind Penny Arcade, Jerry, Mike, and Robert. They gave them the GDC Ambassador Award the same year as Dick Wolves. That's funny. That's fucking funny, man. So let's see. Kenneth Dorshow and Paul M. Smith, the lawyers in Brown versus Entertainment Merchants Association, who argued for the Entertainment Merchants Association in the U.S. Supreme Court. Oh, I remember that. That was the case that basically are considered protected speech and thus are art. So they got it in 2012. The guys who successfully argued in the Supreme Court that video games are considered protected speech. Tommy Tallarico, he did music for a couple of games. I know he put together Video Games Live. I don't remember what music he did. Advent Rising, maybe? Ha! Electric Playground. I remember that shit. Oh, man. Let's see. What did he do? What games did he... Okay, it doesn't see. Electric Playground. Man, that was some good shit back in the day. That's old G4 shit. So, let's see. Anita Sarkeesian is basically being compared to a guy who's contributed to video game music, Penny Arcade, and the lawyers who successfully argued that video games are protected speech according to the United States Constitution to the Supreme Court. She, by receiving this award, is considered on par with all those people. Fuck that. Fuck that. I mean, for God's sake, just being compared to guys behind Penny Arcade, the guys who put together PAX, the guys who put together Child's Play. What has Anita done for a charity but fucking taken money for a bullshit YouTube series that she's stringing out. So however, she doesn't become relevant in the news, she'll suddenly pop up another one of those videos. Oh, I'm relevant. She's already had them finished. Why else would fucking the latest one be released in the midst of the Gamergate controversy? Why else would it be released then, so much sooner than the other ones? Way off the release schedule. She's had them recorded forever. She's just stringing people along. She's probably still trying to string out how many donations she can get. Ugh. It's a shame games like when in comparison you have Thomas Was Alone and Papers, Please. I have not played Thomas Was Alone or Papers, Please, to be perfectly honest. He did music for Sonic and the Black Knight. Oh God, no, seriously, we're going to compare. We're going to compare the woman who turned games journalism into fucking apology machines. We're going to compare her to some of the greatest people that the industry's ever had. I don't think so. I do not think so. I do not fucking think so. Help video games advance to a better place. Given to individuals within or outside the industry who helped video games advance to a better place. What the hell has she done to advance video games to a better place? Other than nitpick, cherry pick, fucking just fuck it. You guys know how I feel about her. You guys know I don't like her. Anyway, all right. So go ahead and ask me some questions. I think I'm about done ranting about goddamn Anita Sarkeesian for a while. I don't need to fucking think about her anymore. Oh man. Papers, Please. I've heard some good things about Papers, Please. Papers, Please, and Thomas Was Alone, Stanley Parable. Oh, God, what else? It was another one, too. Ah, fuck, I don't remember. Hat, why would you do that to yourself? Because I am a goddamn masochist. Anita just wants to initiate conversation in the gaming industry. That's why she disables comments on her videos. She wants to initiate the conversation that she can approve of, which is agree with me or you're a misogynist. Consider the following. Kotaku once put up an article about or addressing the concerns that people had that there was too much Anita praise going on in the site. And they said it was necessary because of all the vitriol she'd received for publications to stand up for her. And they said at the end of the article that, don't worry, we're going to have an article that disagrees with her points out soon. They have never published that article to this day. They have not. Anita Sarkeesian is a protected figure in fucking games journalism, and you know it. Why does Jim Sterling have to be a social justice warrior? I don't fucking know, man. The guy does know what he's talking about when it comes to games. And, well, yeah, I'd say he knows, and he can at least back up his arguments with shit, but I still don't agree with him on a lot of it. I still don't. I need you to show me and Synth how to get this live chat going. I have no idea how to do the live chat, man. I just started streaming and it was there. Like, I don't know how to turn it on and turn it off. I really don't. I'm sorry, man. Oh, man. Depression Quest actually stole the IGF award from Papers, Please. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking? It says Papers, Please won in 2014. Yeah, Gone Home isn't even listed on here. Hell, Dear Esther actually got an Excellence in Visual Art Award. Jesus. Let's see. Fuck Jim Sterling, yeah. You don't have to agree with 100% of what he's saying to appreciate his art. Yeah, I mean, like if anyone can at least argue their point and back it up with evidence, I can respect the argument. But if they're going to go off the rails and call someone like a shithead if they don't agree with them, sorry, but you do not deserve any of my respect. I mean, I like I said, I don't agree with Jim Sterling. I certainly don't agree with his whole what constitutes a game and what doesn't video. But that's just me, man. That's just me. I don't think Jim is a social justice warrior, but he hitched his horse to the wrong cart and is fucked at the moment. Yeah, well, I guess so. Hey, Micah, do you want to jump in on this? I mean, this is really just impromptu and not really formal or anything. More like a Q&A. So if you want to jump in on this and just and shoot the shit, I mean, why not? I checked out Depression Quest just to see what the fuss was about. First thing I did was turn off the music. Yeah, same here. Music was terrible. What actual games have you been playing recently? I've said it before. I've been playing Marathon 2. I always end up playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto. Of course, 5 at the moment. I always end up playing. That's my stress relief game. So I play that. Pokemon X, of course. I haven't played too much of it recently because the Smash demo came out, so I've been playing that more. Mega Man is fucking OP. So, yep. All right. All right, so we're going to bring Micah in here because Micah's a pretty cool guy. He fights aliens and doesn't afraid of anything. All righty. Okay, so we're going to be waiting on Micah. Cool. Poor King of Pole. We made him play that game the other night. Oh, my God. I feel so sorry for him. Sargon played it. Sargon played it too, and he was also pissed off the whole time. He ran out of beer in the first hour. Oh my God. I did it without alcohol. That actually, alcohol probably would have made it worse for me because I had such an emotional reaction. Lies, hatred, racism, bigotry. The New Fragrance by Lee Alexander. I'm not going to do it in the SJW voice. Oh, there you are, dude. How's it going?
Not too bad. Just sitting here at home, and I have the most rare soda in the world, I would think, or at least one of them.
What is the rare soda in the world?
Caffeine-free Mountain Dew.
Caffeine-free Mountain Dew.
And I'm going to put a picture on Twitter to show that it exists.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Man. I'm sitting here trying to find fucking Mountain Dew Livewire just anywhere. But I can't find it, man. It's gone.
Here in Illinois, it's very, very hard to find this stuff.
I miss Game Fuel, though. I know that sounds kind of terrible, but it's usually out in like November, but I liked it. It was really sweet. Playing Depression Quest with alcohol sounds like a good idea. Okay, I said before, because I had a real emotional reaction with that, because it reminded me of my own depression, drinking probably wouldn't help.
No.
No.
It's very, unless you know that you're either a happy or a horny drunk, or rather you're a happy drunk or you're a horny drunk and there are willing women around. Alcohol and depression do not mix well.
Nope. I know that firsthand. They do not. What has science done? Science fucked up, I guess. I don't know. Caffeine-free Mountain Dew. Holy shit.
Yep.
It's even in a gold can. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Holy shit.
Natty Ice? People drink that?
Ugh.
And that's not a beer. You know?
People drink the weirdest things, man. Are we getting more comments on the old videos? Yeah. People just love talking about Jennifer Daw, don't they?
That or Becca. Everybody loves Becca.
Oh yeah, everybody
Wait,
loves Becca.
We need an online show called Everybody Loves Becca.
Oh Lord. There'd be way too many people just saying a bunch of stupid shit the whole time in the comments for it though.
Very true.
It'd be like the worst of 4chan's 13-year-olds. Ugh. Oh look, there's an Emgre link. What is this? What? So that's the old caffeine-free Mountain Dew, evidently. That's weird. What about socks? I like socks. Socks was supposed to be on a stream this week, but timing didn't work out, so we're gonna plan for next week. Socks is pretty cool.
I don't think I've met Socks.
Socks does the Gamergate recap videos. She's pretty cool.
And that's the sad thing. I don't even think I've looked at him yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm terrible. Well, actually, I'm just more busy than anything. The first vid I'm supposed to be doing for Tech Raptor, I ran into technical problems. Apparently, Sony Vegas 13, which I had just gotten about a month ago, doesn't like AVI files.
That's not fun.
Yeah, so now everything's got to be MP4 or MPEG-2 or God, it pisses me off because a lot of recording software for PCs converts to AVI.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ugh. Maybe that's not good. Uh-oh. Holy shit. I'll be right back. My nose is bleeding.
All right.
Not this shit again.
So, for those of you in the chat, what do you think about Gamasutra losing their Intel? How am I a horrible person? Oh, what is my reaction to Intel pulling ads from Gamasutra? Fucking A! Fuck Gamasutra. Bunch of pretentious cunts. I don't remember saying AVI was a codec. But yeah, man, poor Hat. He sounds so fucking miserable. But yeah, Intel pulling ads from Gamasutra is pretty big. I mean, to be honest, any sort of anything we pull away from them is a big win. But Intel had to be shoving a lot of money their way.
Who's shelling money?
Intel, the Gamasutra, that had to be a huge hit.
Oh, yeah, that must have been huge.
Because I remember with Blistered Thumbs, we were praying to get the attention of a major hardware manufacturer so we could get advertisements from them because we knew it would be a big boost. So I have a feel. I don't know if we kneecapped them, but I know that Gamma Sutra does not get a lot of new game advertising, which that's the big bucks.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wait, who even is this guy?
What guy?
Chris Burke, chip artist, chip musician. Someone got posted in IRC about him. I support Lee Alexander and Gamma Sutra. Gamer gators are hypocrites, shouting down opinions they don't like while whining about censorship.
Project much?
Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Careful on the cocaine. I haven't been doing fucking cocaine. This happens all the fucking time. Because my membranes in my nose are apparently like really fucking thin or something, so I always get nosebleeds. Especially now that fall is here, so I'm gonna get a lot of them, at least until spring. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think it's clearing up though.
That's good. You're the BT dude. I remember you. Yes, it is I. The guy who really did a great job of pissing people off for about 6 months. Then I went and started pissing off game journalists for the second 6 months, for the latter 6 months.
So everybody's pissed off. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah. Well, the video I'm working on now is probably gonna piss people off too, because I'm pretty much telling a ton of people that they're terrible at reviewing video games.
You finish the damn game.
Yep, that's what the basis is. So I talked about it in the last stream. I'm just not happy I had to delay it because these fucking technical issues.
Yeah. All right. What about when reviewing something like an MMO?
That's a different case. Not a lot of MMOs are really that plot driven. They're really thin, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless you were to get a MMO about a month in advance. Oh, what the? Sorry, Twitter thingamabob.
No.
Oh, Mundane Matt evidently tweeted out a photo of the caffeine-free Mountain Dew.
Oh God.
But anyway, yeah, MMOs are a bit of a special case. Ultimately, the video is just about games where the plot is the central, or is central to the game existing. So like games like Metal Gear or Final Fantasy or things along those lines. And the thing is that major publications really do not have an excuse not to finish them, if not play them twice. Because oftentimes they will get a review copy 2 weeks in advance, if not a month in advance. I know for a fact that IGN was getting Halo games almost a month and a half in advance.
God damn.
Yeah. So pretty much the minute the first few copies are done in production, they're sending them right to the reviewers. And heck, I got a few games before release too. I had Sony usually sent me stuff about a week before release because I had a really good contact there. Daniel from the guy who does Zeitgeist Review was really helpful in that. He gave me a lot of contacts in the industry. But yeah, they sent me. I got Killzone 3 early. That's why I got Killzone swag as well. They were giving me MLB The Show about a week early. A few other big titles. Evidently, I'm still on like one of their like mailing lists because I actually got a copy of God, what was it? Of Infamous Second Son that I can't play, so I don't have a PlayStation 4.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I finally mailed it. I finally emailed them. I'm like, hey, and at the time I wasn't writing for anyone, so I'm like, as of right now, I'm not really writing for anyone, so you might want to hold off on mailing me anything. So, but I lost his email, so now I gotta dig that back up and say, hey, guess what? I'm writing again. Send me free shit.
Free hat, free hat. Oh God. So did you watch any of the Gone Home run through?
I missed it.
You didn't miss a whole lot.
I
It's basically me swearing and making bad jokes.
I hear that it's kind of a non-game.
It really isn't. Literally what I did after the stream was I went into Portal 2 to pull up the Super 8 interactive trailer that they had
Uh-huh.
and compared that to Gone Home. It was more or less the exact same thing. Of course, you can pick things up in the Super 8 trailer, but it still had some kind of a story to tell. It still had some element of mystery to it, and you were basically just walking around and looking at stuff, inspecting stuff. Same sort of gameplay elements,
Sheesh.
just minus the big overarching story.
So I remember talking to somebody about it. They kind of gave me a synopsis about it, and then Dear Esther and a couple of others. And I remember thinking recently when that playable trailer, playable teaser came out for Silent Hills, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so Hideo fucking Kojima got his whole development team together and put together a teaser that's pretty much the length of Gone Home and Dear Esther for fucking free. And it's probably better written. I'm like, wow, fucking indie games, man. The indie scene in a lot of ways reminds me of the type of people I met in college that are really artsy-fartsy motherfuckers that just like think that everyone should be into indie films and all this other stuff. And I'm like, no. I could barely get past I Heart Huckabees. You know, indie films, man, they just kind of, I'm like,
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's the mainstream indie films are at least bearable.
yeah.
You
And
got
some,
stuff like
and you got
500
some,
Days of Summer.
yeah, and then you get some like indie music that's not too bad. Imagine Dragons, I don't know how they hit it big because they've got a big time indie sound.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then again, they were very they've got a much more commercial appeal because they're very strong on melody.
Yeah, yeah. They're not bad.
Nope, I like a few of their songs, and I'm a freaking straight on metalhead, and I like some of their stuff. So that's saying something.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell Gone Home got all the awards that it fucking did. I really have no fucking idea. Because honestly, I was bored the whole way through. I kept asking, like, when does it get good? Like, when do you learn something interesting?
Yeah.
And it really wasn't. It was like, okay, well, we're just gonna tell you the story of this girl's life and why she's not in the house anymore. Okay, but then why is everything like in such a creepy looking environment? Like, it doesn't. The atmosphere and the overall mood doesn't really complement the story that's being told.
Okay. Well, what was the hook? Like the girl's not a girl, or
The girl was a lesbian. That was the hook.
That's it.
Basically, yeah. She's a lesbian and she ran away with her girlfriend.
I did what?
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole fucking story. That's basically the story. She was a rebellious teenager. She was a lesbian, and she ran away with her girlfriend because she didn't like living at home anymore. That's it. That's it. There's really nothing more to tell with it.
I would imagine that of the 2% of Americans that are gay, bisexual, or identify in that particular manner, might find that pretty cool. Not really much of an audience is. And not to mention, we're kind of at the point of, you can call it tolerance. I call it socio-apathy, where people just have kind of stopped caring because there's no point in debating anymore because people are going to live how they want to live and might as well just leave it alone.
See, that's what I think that's what I think our society is moving to, like a serious live and let live attitude. Like,
Yeah.
we don't give a fuck what people do so long as they're not actively hurting people while they're doing it.
Pretty much. I think people should be able to. I think the key to a good society is the ability to agree to disagree. You know, I have my own moral code. I have my own way of living, and if you ask me about it, I will tell you about it and why I do things the way that I do. But ultimately, if you decide not to do it, c'est la vie. But yeah, that's not a twist. Like you really want a good hook.
Yeah.
You really want something that's gonna fuck
really
with your
does-
head.
It was the whole story was, okay, I have to figure out what happened to my sister. My sister's not here. There's a note on the door that says, don't go looking around the house for me. Well, naturally, reverse psychology, you're going to go looking around the house and shit. Like, the only really interesting thing that was there was, it turns out that the younger sister was trying to, like, summon the spirit of, like, her dead great uncle or something, and pulled out like a Ouija board and was trying to summon him through some weird, like, Satan magic or something. I don't fucking know. I don't
See, that's
Ritual
weak.
magic,
That's weak
huh?
sauce. Because what I would have done if I was the writer, and this is from back in the days when I actually wrote on a regular basis when it came to fiction, was I would write a story about the family and actually kind of go that direction, but then end it with something truly fucked up. Something that's really going to make you go, oh shit, what the fuck just happened? So what I would do, I would still go that witchcraft angle.
Mhm.
What I would do is this. You find diaries. The little sister, the sister's talking about the frustrations. I just want to be myself. I feel like I can't be myself in this home. And then, but she doesn't come to the conclusion that the home is the problem. She comes to the conclusion that the parents are the problem, and she kills them. And the game ends. You go down to the basement. You find a key. You go down to the basement, and you find hanging from their hair 2 severed heads.
Oh shit,
Go right to black.
that's dark.
And
That's
people-
fucking dark, dude.
And people would go fucking crazy about it.
Oh man, that would have made it so much better. That would have made things so much better.
But that's the thing is, if they went my route, what Kotaku would try to spin is that the creator is saying that gay people are crazy. But that's not the case. It's written in this idea of there's a point when some people just snap, and that would be something that I think would work very well. I'm a big fan of that sort of ideology, and not to mention I actually came to realize this when I was driving around in my business truck today. You couldn't make the Silence of the Lambs today because the fucking serial killer is a man who thinks he's transsexual, and he wants very badly to be a woman. But it's not because of any sort of emotional feeling or anything or any normal psychological reason. It's because he's fucking crazy. So you couldn't do that today, though.
Probably
'Cause-
not.
We're a bit too PC.
That's a good point.
Grim dark home. Yeah, if
corny? What? It seems corny. What the hell? Like,
how are severed heads corny? It's not like that. You see the severed heads and they go, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal." Come on.
man, actually, it'd be a little freaky, like if one of the heads like sort of looked down at you and was like, "Welcome home" or something, and then cut to black.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fucking weird.
Or you could pull a queen with one vision and they go, give me fried chicken.
Speaking of fried chicken, I'm fucking hungry. Yeah, at least it's shocking as opposed to boring. Like, I was bored throughout the whole fucking thing. I mean, I would at least if I had an ending like that, a shock ending or a jump scare ending, I would have left on that note than, oh, I found her attic, I found her safe space, I'm going to read through her diary now. That doesn't do anything. I mean, who gives a shit? Okay, you've been listening to her voice for the whole damn game. What the hell does it matter? I think I probably would have had a more fulfilling experience had you not heard her name through the rest of the game, or not her name. If you not heard her voice through the game, and the whole explanation as to why she was leaving was there at the very end, along with like her life story, whatnot. I would have had a more fulfilling experience that way than anything else. Then you would have been able to think, oh, this stuff that I picked up, now I know the significance of that. Oh, this, okay, that makes sense now, instead of just, what the fuck is this? Okay, well now here's some narration explaining it. Okay, well that was dumb. What the fuck relevance does this have to anything? Nothing? Okay. I don't care. Time and place. Time and place.
So you want a really good sort of end. You're gonna go back to Chris Avellone again, but that's a guy who really knows how to write an ending. You know, fucking Planescape Torment. The end of that game is phenomenal. It is wholly satisfying, but not in the way you would expect it to be. But then again, I still maintain that that's probably the best written video game ever. I really want... There's no way it would ever happen, because there's no way they would ever remake that game, but I would love for the original voice actors, who they only did snippets, but if they could hire them to go back and then voice capture that entire game, because the voice cast was, when you look at it on paper, it's incredible. It's got like Jennifer Hale's in it, Keith David, a couple others I'm forgetting, but very compelling game. And none of the characters are human. Like the main character is technically, but when you look at him, you're like, that's not a human being. They managed to make a succubus a compelling character. That's bravo.
No, apparently Lee Alexander killed another career. Oh no, wait, that's from 2011. I'm looking at my Twitter feed right now. Man, what the fuck is with her?
She's got a grudge.
How can someone with that strong of a grudge be given such a position of power in games journalism? I mean,
a lot of it has to do with just the fact that she's been she's been persistent in how long she's been doing it, and she wasn't this bad years ago, but it's like since 2011 she has felt the need to push this particular third wave feminist idea. And
seems like that with most people.
Yeah.
It's like 2011 was the big point of it.
Yeah, because before fucking either ignorant or assholes or both, and then they just kind of accepted that particular dogma, and then have assumed ever since then that somehow makes them educated. Not the case.
Or you just didn't hear people talk about it because they get shouted out of the room. Like, what the fuck relevance does that have to anything? And now it's like you have to bring up like gender politics in something as stupid as fucking Mario Kart because that's a shit.
It's a video game where Mario is karting with Bowser. Who cares?
People that will never be satisfied by anything ever. They care.
Maybe that's why they're all fucking each other.
Probably so. I can't imagine why it's so important to them. I mean, they don't care enough about the medium to care like what the main consumers want, what they think is best. I mean, and ultimately they're going to decide. You know, money talks at the end of the day. And who dies?
I'm going to do something I haven't done before. I'm actually going to look up Zoe Quinn on Reddit, see what I find.
Uh-oh. What's Space Panda doing? Oh, he's having a stream? We need to have a chat and get back on point. About what? Sort of important. More of an ideological rekindling. Like what? Like what kind of ideological rekindling?
Circle jerk. Oh, I love it.
Oh, God.
Today I learned that Adolf Hitler once had sex with a young girl who went by the name Zoe Quinn. 9 months later, she gave birth to her firstborn child, Unidan. Adolf died from Ebola at the age 69. Oh my God. His last words to his son, when I die, I want you to take my spot as CEO of Comcast. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dear God.
Well, it could be worse. It could be circle broke.
I don't even want to know.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
There are certain elements of Reddit that I stay away from.
Yeah, circle broke is just that whole crowd of people. They hate everything ever. I think they're the ones who actually made the Gamer Ghazi subreddit, which is basically, hey, look at how stupid Gamergate is. I mean, they have every right to, but my God. Sometimes you just gotta wonder, like, is that what happens when you have too much time to burn on the internet?
I guess. I mean, some people don't have jobs, so.
Yeah, true. God, then how are they paying the internet bill? Oh, right, Starbucks, free Wi-Fi.
Dad or mom?
I don't know, Starbucks, because hipsters and shit.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even like coffee. Coffee tastes like chalk.
Yeah, I was never a fan. And what? Oh, yeah, I forgot those existed. I'll give Quinn credit. She's in good shape.
Good shape for what? Oh, did you see the nudes?
Yeah, I saw the first couple, and I didn't really see anything because she was covering her chest. But well, I don't
Could be worse,
think
but could be better too.
Yeah, I think the personality is the big turnoff.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'll admit, when the whole thing, like, I really didn't care about Zoe Quinn when this all started. Like, just not at all. But I started to look more. I had heard about Depression Quest, and I had heard mixed things about it. I looked into it a little bit. It's like, oh, so it's a text-based adventure. Sorry, but if I want that, I'll go play Zork or whatever it's called. So, and I can do that on Call of Duty Black Ops, believe it or not. But so I started looking more into her and some of the things that she's saying on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, well, I kind of had some sympathy for you. Because at the end of the day, who you fuck is your own business. And really, the big deal isn't the fact that you're fucking. The problem is that who you're fucking and who you are. You know? So, I think to myself, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper. And then, as time went on, I'm like, oh, fuck that. What the fuck is your problem, lady?
Yeah, that I've had that experience with a lot of people.
and now $4,000 a month supposedly.
I thought she was up to like 5 or 6 now.
Dear God,
It's ridiculous. It's
she's not even
absolutely
working on
ridiculous.
anything. Is she working on anything?
No, she's not. She's being paid to she's being paid to bitch on Twitter, basically.
Fucking fuck Ben Kuchera and people like him.
They
Okay,
are enablers.
I just wanted an excuse to say fuck Ben Kuchera, but so I haven't liked that guy like ever. Fucking douchebag. And then I'm very glad what Milo put out for him. That kind of information being out there. Once these, I think, people start paying for this sort of shit, he's gonna have a hard time finding a job.
Hopefully. That's kind of what I want my next stream to be about. I haven't decided if I want to do it tomorrow or Friday, but I'm leaning more towards Friday now because that seems to be open as far as streams go. But
Yeah.
But basically just discussing like the end game of Gamergate. Like what do we want out of this? When will we declare that we have had a major victory? I mean, I know like advertisers pulling out have been victories, but I mean like something huge, something that will really sort of give us a big sigh of relief. Like, okay, you know, that's one thing huge that we've accomplished. I think Rock Paper Shotgun, or not Rock Paper Shotgun, fuck them. The Escapist, God, I can't believe I compared them to RPS. The Escapist revising all of their policies and really moving towards more of a middle ground was a major victory.
Yeah, big time. Though, like I said, I have a feeling that I'm not sure if the video producers will fall in line with that, specifically Sterling and Movie Bob, just because Jim has, like somebody said in the chat, he's hitched his horse to the wagon. He'll ride it until the wheels fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck him anyway. But and then Movie Bob, fuck him too. Because of his fucking stupid attitude. John Conquest, who used to go by the name Dildo Faggins, did an amazing video about how fucking stupid Movie Bob is. Probably my favorite one on the internet. Because that guy doesn't give a fuck. He just does not care about what anybody thinks about him because he's totally anonymous. So, but he pulls apart Bob's video about a possible Zelda gender swap, and then John, if that is his name, goes and pretty much just picks him apart, and the way he does it is actually really good, very well informed, you know. So I'm thinking to myself like, wow, this was done by a guy who used to call himself Dildo Faggins. I'm in awe right now.
People are capable of great things.
Indeed.
No, like when are we going to declare things finished? Somebody talked to me on Twitter about it, and they said it's not going to be completely finished. Like after most of the things have been said and done, we're still going to have to be watchdogs in case shit like this pops up again. And I guarantee you it's going to pop up again. I mean, shit runs in cycles after all.
Exactly. Well, and here's the thing is, and some people, what they're saying in the chat is true. Somebody's going to fall. They're going to lose so much advertising money, they're going to have to cut their staff down significantly. Mm-hmm. Or they're going to have to say, well, we've got this amount of money, this amount of people on salary, or what have you. We can't afford this. And other people said, like Gawker backs Kotaku, so Kotaku will never fall. That's not true. Because ultimately, each site has a budget on what that site can pay out. So if they're not pulling their weight, they're going to get their budget cut by the parent company to the point where they'll consider shutting it down. You know. And DeCastle 2000 in the stream, just look up John Conquest movie Bob, and it'll say like the problem with Bob Chipman or something like that, and it's pretty good. He compares Bob to being, it says he's the worst thing since nerve gas, which I think was kind of funny. But that guy also did picked apart Anita Sarkeesian's Lego videos, which might be the most fucking pretentious YouTube videos I've ever seen in my life. But anyway.
Holy shit. Where's
But Endgame, from my perspective,
there it is.
The purpose of a consumer revolt historically has always been to make a business change how it does business. Ultimately, the only real end game is when we've seen video game journalism shift completely. And there's certain good things. Yeah, move advertisers to TechRaptor. More money for me. All right. But when it comes with this sort of thing, they're either going to have to change their policies and fire certain writers, or we're going to starve them. You know, it's one of two things, because we can email advertisers, we can not go to the sites, we can encourage other people to go to the sites, we can show people on the fence, these motherfuckers hate you. So, the Bob Chipman conundrum, that's the one.
Kotaku had a higher than average September.
Let me have a look at that.
Go to Stephen Totillo's Twitter. He tweeted it out.
Yeah, but Stephen Totillo's a liar, so I'm gonna go to.
Well, he gave the link to the data that Gawker provided. Quantcast or something. Hang on. I'll send you a link in the chat here.
Well, let's have a look. I'm looking at the Alexa rankings. They really tanked at the peak of Gamergate, but they've been going slightly back up.
There's what he's pulling from.
So that's at about 600K. They used to clear over 1 million, like on a monthly basis. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. For them, this is a lot lower than it used to be. So there's an effect. Alexa doesn't show up to the date. They show every couple of weeks. So this it's probably better than he thinks people think. This is not that good. Not for a site that's that big. But the big thing is that I see that there's a shit ton of these that are casual. Mobile web. So a lot of casual readers. That's the big thing. So the hardcore fan base, or the hardcore readership, is the one that needs to take major hits. And has to continue to take hits.
September 23rd.
But their global rank has tanked 218.
What article was posted on September 23rd on Polygon? Which one was recent that was really like hard hitting, or it pissed off a lot of people?
I'm not sure.
Not either. I don't know. There was actually a rumor going around, at least someone had brought it up in IRC, about how Destiny's review scores were purposefully low so they could drive traffic back to the websites. So people would look at them. All they'd have to hear is, oh my god, can you believe Destiny got a 6 from so-and-so site? And then, of course, they'd have to go over there and check the fucking review.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know if I believe it. That sounds a little too outlandish for me, but anything's fucking possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of them, they'll do some pretty desperate things. You know, when it comes to this sort of thing, they'll do what we can, and people will alter video game reviews from what they should be to drive traffic, to try to make some sort of social point, so on and so forth. Because Lord knows they're not going to recuse themselves. I mean, like somebody brought up the Tropico 5 article where he
that was it actually.
Yeah, so he dropped it down because you could be mean. I'm like, it's a game about being a fucking dictator. What do you expect? It's like saying, oh, Splatterhouse is too bloody. It's called Splatterhouse, you dumb fuck. You know, this game has women in bikinis. It's Dead or Alive beach volleyball. What do you want them to play? What do you want them to play volleyball in? Sweatpants?
If they give low scores to the DS Smash Brothers, that would be
that would be a definite giveaway if they do.
Yeah. Well, I've seen one site give it a rather low score. Can't remember which one it was. I'll look it up real fast. Because they said the controls were bad. They were like, well, you can't use the circle pad to attack. You can't use it to move well enough. It's not good. Okay, who cares? I think was it Eurogamer? It might have been Eurogamer.
Well, they're hard to impress regardless.
Yeah, well, that's true. No, wasn't them. No, they gave it a 7. It was whoever gave it a 6. Fuck. God damn. Where's Metacritic? You can always find no fucking Metacritic. Games Radar? That might have been it. Yeah, I think that's it. Games Radar. When the fuck have they been relevant?
No clue.
Hang on, that registers as a fucking 60 on Metacritic, but it's a 3.5 star game.
That would be it.
That.
What the fuck?
That's bullshit. God damn it, Metacritic. That's bullshit. Never mind. Okay. Well, that's dumb. Let's see. Destructoid gave it a 9. GameSpot gave it an 8. IGN gave it an 8.8. Polygon's given it a 9, so yeah, never mind. Well, I guess we'll find out on, what, Friday? Yeah, Friday. It comes out Friday.
Personally, I'm not going to play it just because I'm not big on Nintendo consoles.
No. I'm going to get it. Wait, what?
Huh.
They made a parody account of Mundane Matt now?
Yeah, called Mundane Twat.
Oh my god. I saw Internet Aristocrat. He was fucking around in Kotaku in action, so we banned his ass. Sorry, but we don't take kindly to trolls around there.
We don't like your kind of people around here.
Oh, Lord. You wouldn't believe the number of people who we banned for trolling and then jump in the mob mail. I thought this was about censorship. What's wrong? Why are you censoring my opinion, bro? I thought this was America. Isn't this America?
I just think that the one thing that drives me craziest is people are like, they're trying, like, that's the one thing I see the most in there from idiots is they're trying to co-opt the movement. It's like, this is for everybody. Shut up.
What would Hat's parody account be called?
The Shat?
That's good. That's good, actually.
That or like the boot or something. It'd be hard to really do.
Oh yeah, the fat. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd post a picture of my fucking thin self on Twitter and be like, fat am I? But then again, I guess it is Bizarro World, my parody account.
Still, I want to see one called Jim Furling. That has nothing but nice things to say about EA.
Twat. Oh, they already did that for Monday and Matt, so they can't do it for me.
The twat
too. Oh, why the fuck not? Shat too. The Fez.
Oh, that's amazing.
Fezzes are cool though. Oh, I have to get my Doctor Who quote in there somewhere. Fucking Fez though. Yeah, they would. Turns out Phil Fish is the one behind it.
Is there a Phil Fish parody account?
But yeah, there's a couple of them at least.
I would hope. I thought about creating one called Not Phil Fish, but I decided against it. I don't know, Mark Global, why are you in here?
Why are any of us here?
It's your own personal existential crisis.
Oh shit, Batman Arkham Asylum is free on PlayStation Plus. Cool.
Movie Blob.
Movie Blob.
Yes.
The what too? That doesn't even. Nah, I say what enough anyway. Although his own account is practically the parody one.
Pretty much. Posting from Tijuana, Mexico, hiding from the FBI.
Shillfish. That's good. That's really good. Oh fucking hell. Shillfish. That's really good. Somebody has to go make that like right now. I'm sure someone's already on it. Yeah, somebody's already on it. Never mind.
Phil Fish is a parody of humanity. Yeah, if aliens existed, then they would probably see Phil Fish and not want any interaction with us. And somewhere, Neil deGrasse Tyson would be crying. Though he's kind of a weird one. He's a good teacher. He's very good at explaining complex ideas to laymen. But the problem is that he says some really weird shit, or you can tell he doesn't read a lot of fiction. Like he said one time on his Twitter, he said, "Wouldn't it be neat if we were all created by aliens as some sort of experiment?" And I'm thinking to myself, like, have you not read Lovecraft? That's a fucking horrible idea.
Created by aliens as some kind of experiment. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
But no, I almost tweeted to him, I'm like, I do not want Cthulhu! Like, no! That'd be a terrible thing.
Holy shit. Also, apparently, Base Panda is saying we need to get the social justice warriors out of the argument. We need to stop talking about them.
But they're primarily the people. Like, are we? I
think at this point they've become way too entwined with Gamergate. Because at the end of the day, the people that are falling short of the ethical standards do also fall into the category of the social justice warrior, or at least that stereotype.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, you can't just kind of ignore them or ignore the fact that they're there. You can ignore what they're saying, I mean, or make fun of it, because that's what the point of Tumblr in action is.
Basically.
But
until it gets to be too much. I had enough. I quit posting on Tumblr for a while. I quit going there about 2 weeks ago or so, and then I just went there again either yesterday or day before. Just oh well, I may as well. And going through my fucking dashboard, I just got angry over the stupid shit that I'd see. Like shit dressed up as, oh, equality, good social justice. And it was just outright, okay, well, we're going to preach that you can hate this person, these types of people, all that you want, but it's totally not bad because it helps this type of person get ahead. Somehow. I don't fucking know.
Wow.
I mean, that's textbook bigotry. And it fucking just made me so damn mad. I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm going back on hiatus. Fuck this site.
Well, I remember I got my final post on Twitter is going to be the last question not Twitter, Tumblr was this dumb statement that he put in my question inbox is, you are delusional if you think there isn't sexism in the gamer community. Also, your, quote, boycott, end quote, won't amount to jack. They are also not going to reprimand Anthony since there is nothing wrong in calling out sexism. Honestly, what you should be doing is sending letter, just one, to gamers telling them to stop being sexist dude bros. My answer, that's not a question. Also, nobody said there wasn't sexism at any point, ever. Not to mention, saying all gamers are the type of people who would send child pornography to someone is not calling out sexism.
Generalize them, then call them sexists, then say, oh, I just called out sexism. I mean, if you other the people first, then you can pitch your righteous crusade a whole lot easier. Well, they're a bunch of misogynists anyway, so if we shit all over them, then it's calling out misogyny. It's not being mean to people. It's not fucking alienating our demographic. It's calling out bigotry.
Personally, I think Anthony Birch can go fuck himself.
What a fucking turnaround. Right after he gave the finger to a guy who said, hey, Tiny Tina is racist. You should change her. And then he turns around and does this shit. Like, really?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm like, you know what? People have told me maybe I should get the pre-sequel. Might not be a bad idea to get it because I got friends that are going to get it. And he says that. I'm like,
nope.
Yeah, no, you are not getting, your company is not getting my money anymore. And I sent an email to Gearbox just saying, in fact, I can read it off. Hold on just a second. Let's see here. Most pathetic person in the industry. Phil Fish takes that one. To whom it may concern, I would like to inform you that at Gearbox I'm not going to purchase another product from your development house. Truthfully, this has nothing to do with past controversies or anything along those lines. Rather, it's due to the behavior of one of your staff members. Anthony Birch has come forward and accused your audience of being bigoted due to their criticisms of others, making the same accusations in the wake of the recent Gamergate controversy. With respect to you and your company, I will say that I do understand that Gearbox has many hardworking individuals within its walls, but ultimately your company should not stand for this type of behavior. In my life, I'm a man in charge of a sales division of a small company. Were any of my employees to act in such a manner towards our customers, I would fire them on the spot. This sort of ignorance should not stand in the office. Beyond this, I will be actively encouraging a boycott of Gearbox's products here on in until something is done about this sort of ignorant and crass behavior from your employees. I would hope that you would, if nothing else, reprimand Mr. Birch and ask him to apologize, and from here on in, let your employees know that this type of behavior is completely and totally unacceptable. Sincerely, Micah Curtis. So, I encouraged everybody else to do the exact same thing.
I mean, I always end up bringing up Adam Orth as an example because he was a fucking liability to Microsoft.
Yeah.
People knew who he was, knew who he worked for, and he shat all over the consumer base. He was a liability for the company, and they got rid of him, rightfully so. So why the hell do people like fucking Anthony Birch and Lee Alexander and goddamn Dina, I'm not going to butcher her last name because I have no idea how to fucking pronounce it. I have no idea, so I won't bother. How the hell do they still have jobs after their tirades at their fucking consumers on Twitter? How?
I don't know.
It boggles my fucking mind.
I just remember some of this weird shit that I posted on here. I have a picture of Obama that's like Porky Pig. At the top of it, it says, "We tortured some folks." I looked at it. I'm like, that's just wrong. I have to put this on my blog.
Why are we tweeting New York Post and Wall Street Journal and Forbes and Washington Post? Oh, help us thank Intel for pulling out.
Hello, Game Junkie.
Oh, Lord. Fish doesn't let his wife fuck other dudes. Phil Fish is married? What?
Phil Fish likes women? No, that was terrible. I'm sorry. That was mean. But
he likes fish sticks.
Then you're gay fish.
No, I ain't no gay fish, dog.
That was a brilliant episode.
Recovering gay fish. I love how they brought that back later.
I know.
Fucking recovering gay fish. Oh, man.
Kanye West.
Kanye fucking West.
You should have a video game called The Whining Adventure. The final boss is Taylor Swift.
I think the game would just end up going on forever, though. He'd probably say something like, "No, this game has to keep going and going and going. I'm not allowed to stop."
And then he gets hit by a bus.
Yeah, that works. 'Twas the drink that killed him. Oh, he was an alcoholic. No, he got hit by a Guinness truck. Oh.
Anthony Birch is in an open relationship but complains about being able to get any booty when his wife is out of town.
Oh.
Seriously?
Huh.
First off, open relationships generally are not a good idea. Mostly because at the end of the day, once you start going out, you'll start realizing how hard it is to get laid if there's not somebody who loves you, like, close to you on a consistent basis. So
then jealousy sort of sets in too. Well, then again, like if you set up clear enough boundaries and you're both like absolutely psychologically okay with it, there's no real issue there. But at least in my experiences, their jealousy sets in really quickly.
Pretty much.
Kanye Quest. A text-based game where the non-douche option is crossed out.
That's awesome.
That's great. He's bisexual, right? Who's bisexual?
Anthony Birch.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't really care.
That isn't any of my business.
I don't give a shit if he's omnisexual. It doesn't really matter. He's an asshole.
Omnisexual, pansexual, whatever the fuck. What's some stupid ass Tumblr term? Demisexual? Have you heard of that shit?
No.
It's like you have to be attracted to someone's personality in order to find them sexually attractive. I shit you not.
Okay.
It's like doesn't that explain like a good number of fucking people out there who would just call themselves like
humans
straight or gay or bisexual or what the fuck ever?
Yeah,
Why do you need an extra little label for that shit?
I know. My favorite one though was, I don't remember where I saw the image, but it was healthism. That was my favorite. Healthism. I'm like, you dumb fat lady. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Ageism too. Ageism was a thing on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Perpetuated by a bunch of fucking 15-year-olds. How dare the government and my parents tell me that my opinions don't matter until I am old enough to register to vote and pay taxes? How dare they?
He went on a date with a dude and came away claiming he knew how women felt because the dude was a bit touchy. Well, here's the thing. A lot of guys, well, not all men, but I would actually argue that men naturally seek that sort of thing from someone that they're attracted to. You know, just as some sort of mutual showing, because a lot of men cannot read women in that particular instance. Like, I can read people. I'm a salesman. I have to be able to. I've never been able to read women on a date on that particular scenario. I think maybe it's because of my nerves or something like that, or just the scenario, but ultimately it's different. So I know a lot of women get kind of, we really need a girl in here, but really kind of get like,
God, where's Becca when you need her?
yeah, Becca or Remy or somebody, but get kind of like weirded out if you don't, you know? Like, I went on a date with a friend of mine a while ago, or like last week, and no, not last week, a couple weeks ago. Let's say I hit up an Irish bar with her, so,
Nice.
but I put my arm around her at the end, gave her a kiss on the cheek, and I said before or afterwards, I'm like, I wasn't going too far, was I? And she said, no. She said, I would have felt weird if you didn't. So, depends on the person, but ultimately, you know, guys just like physical contact. Now, if he was going for the junk, I could kind of understand the position, but not all guys are like that. Say a lot of guys really aren't like that. I've seen like some of the biggest douches I've ever met in my life be very respectful to women. So,
And I've seen some of the people I respected most in my life be assholes.
yep,
Total assholes towards women.
takes all kinds.
It's just how it goes. Hey, there's Abby K. Hi, Abby K. You're not missing a whole lot. We're just shooting the shit, really. All those damn isms. Ableism. Ableism actually is a thing. Like that is discrimination against the handicapped or otherwise disabled. Now, the way that Tumblr spins it, like if you say stupid or idiot or retarded or something, that is absolutely fucking not ableism. Sorry.
No.
Just in time for not all men.
Exactly.
Just in time. God. No, Tumblr is just fucking... God, they are ridiculous with all the fucking labels they want to put up. Oh, we should judge people as individuals, you know, not have to label all of them. By the way,
Here's a bunch of labels.
My privileges are this, my disprivileges are this, and these are the things that trigger me. Don't be an asshole. God.
Makes me want to like go into their home or their basement with a stereo, set up the speakers, and just play Bring Back the Bomb by Gwar and watch some Slumber.
Oh God. Oh my God. My ex tried to get me hooked on Gwar. It didn't work.
I don't even like them that much. I like some of their stuff, but it's definitely an acquired taste. Like they get a lot of publicity, but if you go to one of their shows, and I actually like saw one, I was way in the back, and I was just kind of like, what the fuck is this? Like, they brought out a pastiche of Obama before they played Bring Back the Bomb, and then they hit him with one of their guitars and like partially decapitated him, and like fake blood was
Jesus.
spraying into the crowd. Yeah, it's pretty intense, but it was kind of funny. So there's this really dark humor. So yeah, it was intriguing, but I don't get it. I don't understand why some women on the internet hate us dudes so much. I remember I was watching the whatchamacallit. Fuck. Oh, the Women of Gamergate stream last night.
Mm.
Where I I had a few drinks, so I posed a question because I had a little bit of liquid courage in me. I think I said something along the lines of, "So where were all these lovely, attractive gamer women when I was younger? Hell, where are they now? Why don't they live by me?" And one of the editors at the website is like, "Dude, really?" I sent him a message. I'm like, "Dude, I had a few glasses of wine. I did not give a fuck." And I knew I've been in streams with almost all those girls. I knew they wouldn't get mad at me.
Nah, they're all pretty chill.
Yeah.
See, because they know how to fucking take a joke too.
Exactly.
Fucking gotta walk on eggshells around everyone. I saw someone on my Twitter feed today post something like, "You can't even make a joke that makes fun of men without someone crying misandry." And I'm like, huh, that sounds awfully fucking familiar.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it.
This is one thing that kind of bothered me was just like getting mad that I'm attracted to women, or certain things about women cause my eyes to move. And to which I reply, there are certain things about men that cause your eyes to move too, ladies. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I actually had one girl. I live in Bloomington, Illinois, so this is a big college town. Illinois State's here. Illinois Wesleyan is here. Like, two of the biggest colleges in the state are here. And one time I was in Kroger, and I'm picking up some groceries, just kind of perusing like the Mexican food area, and this like 19-year-old girl is staring at me. Like, she's right next to me, just like staring at me. And I look at her for like a good 5 seconds before I say anything, like this really puzzled look. And I go, "Can I help you with something?" And she goes, "Your eyes are so blue." Which is one thing about me. I've got really creepy blue eyes. So I'm like 2 shades below Dune level. You know? So people are like, "What on earth?" I'm like, "What on earth is your issue?" So, but yeah, I've had girls look at me weird. I don't think that I'm that good looking, but some people think opposite. If there's any ladies in the chat, every time my picture shows up, you can tell me yes or no. But feedback's always welcome.
I keep saying I'm not one that looks too great, but it seems like whenever I say that, there's always someone who'll jump out of like the woodworks and go, "No, you fucking do look good. Shut up. Stop saying that." And Abby K will probably be the one to fucking say it in the chat here.
Yeah.
If she hasn't already. But I don't know. Like, I always grew up with the idea that no, I don't look good, because I'd always see the imperfections in me, and I'm like, I've got a perfectionist sort of look at things. Like, I grew up in a fucking screen printing shop, so I had to be able to tell like those little imperfections in anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that just sort of stuck with me. So it really sucks, because I got a skin condition, so I've got like fucking bumps and shit all over me. I don't have any idea what the fuck they are, but I'm a whole lot more prone to acne and infections and stuff as a result of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just looks awful, and I've got like a ton of fucking acne scars on my face that My beard sort of covers up when I've got it, but when I don't, eh. That's all I can say. Yeah, see, there's fucking Abby K in there. Shut up, you're hot. No, I'm not. Sorry. Deal with it. I will never believe that I am.
Well, people usually are their own harshest critics.
Yeah, that's the truth. But oh well. Anyway, that was a little bit of a depression quest, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll move on to something more lighthearted. What in the fuck is Milo about to drop?
I can only imagine. And now I'm reminded of why I don't go to Facebook that often.
Uh-oh. Somebody pull some shit?
Well, two major things. One is my best friend. He and his girlfriend have arguments on Facebook, and they'll just post the most passive-aggressive shit, and it gets really on my nerves. It's like, what in the fuck is your problem? Fucking 8 hours ago, they're all over one another. I love you too. 2 hours ago, wow, talk about having no backbone. It's like, what the fuck? And not to mention, it seems that a lot of people really always have to post on there about how great their life is with couples, and then it's like, wow, this is fucking depressing.
Oh my god. There's one thing I can't stand. It's when two people start dating and they both have to dedicate all of their social media time to emphasizing how great that relationship is and how that is the only important thing in their goddamn life.
Pretty much. I mean, and here's the thing. It's not like I'm not happy for them, because I am. You know, being in a relationship can be a great thing. It can be one of the greatest things that happens to you in your life. But I'm sitting over here and I'm married to my work. Not tonight, evidently, but married to my work and just kind of doing my thing, and kind of bummed that I don't have a significant other, but ultimately I'm usually okay with it. And then all that happens, and it's sort of like, well, fuck, man. It's like, now I want to go and try to pick up a lady. It's like, but I've got shit to do and don't need to be distracted and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know how that goes. Is it happening again? Milo is doing an AMA on 8chan, apparently.
Oh, that's...
He just said I've got news, or I'll have info soon. But I looked back at his other tweets, and apparently he's going to do an AMA on 8chan.
Payday 2 Hotline Miami. So it gives you short-range weapons. And extra gore.
Oh, this is great. Anti-Gamergate people, don't be pissed at Intel. No company wants to be associated with writers who insult their customers, that's all. Hit the nail on the head.
Pretty much.
I've got a raging misogyny. My misogyny is pointing me in this direction.
I
too enjoyed that episode.
Oh, that was good stuff.
Fuck. Man, I'm pissed at what happened to South Park Studios. Have you seen what happened?
No.
So, all the episodes used to be free, right? With ads.
Yeah.
And recently Hulu took over. So now you saw more ads, and it was powered by Hulu. So, I mean, things ran a little smoother, but still, you could tell there was a difference. Now there are only 30 episodes free on the site. The rest require Hulu Plus to watch.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. the whole point of them having them for free on the site was to give people the opportunity to watch without having to buy into stuff like Netflix and Hulu Plus. And look what fucking happened.
Jeez.
Can love bloom even in the video games? Shut up, Otacon.
I almost got laid because of an MMO.
Really?
Yeah, but it didn't pan out just because she was or is married. So, wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I was very close to mostly to rent a hotel room and have sex with this woman for 3 days straight. So, I'm a bastard. But yeah, I'm very happy I didn't go through with that because I would have a very terrible reputation.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awful. I remember when this girl was looking for action, and then I found out that she was not only engaged, but she was pregnant too.
Oh, jeez.
Nope. And I never saw her again.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna just
I
nope
have
the
no
fuck
idea.
right out of here.
Oh, yeah. I never saw her again, and I regret nothing, and I have no idea what she's up to now, because I do not give a fuck.
I have a feeling she has a child now.
Probably, yeah. I'd imagine. Maybe two. Who knows?
Why are they selling Singularity for $30 on Steam?
Oh, you're on Steam right now?
Yeah, like, why? This game was okay at best. It had its moments.
Singularity. That sounds really familiar.
Of course Jim Sterling recommends that piece of... You dumb fat fuck. It took a dozen ideas from a dozen games and did them all really, really well. A rock-solid shooter. No! It is not a rock-solid shooter. Fat fuck! Okay! At best.
Oh my god, that impression. That fucking impression.
It just sounded... Come on! The time device that you get at the end of the game is literally the most overpowered shit you can get, because enemies will charge you in groups if you go around a corner. So there's an ability called the Time Sphere ability. I think that's what it's called anyway. If you throw it on the ground, it makes a bubble. The bubble stops time for everything in it. So you can stop time in front of a group of people, take a shotgun, and shoot them, every single one of them, right in the face. Walk out of the bubble, let time resume, their heads all explode simultaneously, fight over. And there's no reason to finish the game at that point. So, yeah, fuck Jim Sterling. The Australian tax was lifted from Shadow of Mordor last night. Ooh. 90 to 60 after launch. Well, good. Australian gamers get taxed way too much anyway.
Hotline Miami.
And taxes are fucking insane in Australia.
Oh, of course. Most recommended. Fucking hipster-ass SJW-esque fucking friend on Steam. Dear Esther. Of course, she hates fucking Gone Home now, though. That was... I do have to give her some respect for that. And rightfully so. Fuck Gone Home. Fucking $20 for that shit? What
That's
the hell?
ridiculous.
That is way over fucking priced.
Half-Life, recommend. I already have Half-Life. Oh, I have the fucking what's it version.
Complete collection?
No, the what's the engine that 2 is on? Source. Yeah, I have the Source edition.
Yeah, I've got that too. My friend got me like the entire Half-Life collection, just randomly gifted it to me. Like, here, take it. I was like, fucking what? So I got him a Spec Ops: The Line in return.
Recommended for you. Deus Ex The Fall. Fuck you.
For shits and giggles, let's go through the Jim Sterling collection.
Hold on, let me pull it up on my end. I gotta pull up the curators.
Carter. I've never fucking heard of that shit. Released September 25th, 2014, so it's brand fucking new. Blood Rain. Alan Wake. I have not gotten around to Alan Wake yet. I've been meaning to for years.
It has not aged well. It's really not that
really?
great. It's overrated.
Oh, damn.
XCOM Enemy Unknown is free if you vote on the joint. Go vote on it. It's a good game.
Oh shit.
But let's find the curators here.
Papers, Please. Doom 2. Darksiders 2. Transformers War for Cybertron.
Doom 2. No shit.
Deadly Premonition. Oh my god.
That game's fucking horrible.
I've heard it's a love it or hate it game.
It is the worst game ever. Really, it is. But a lot of people like it because it's the worst game ever. It's kind of like an Army of Darkness sort of thing.
Army of Darkness was hilarious.
It was, and that was its enduring factor. The difference is
Binary Domain is on here? What?
Like I said,
Ugh. No.
EYE Divine Cybermancy. God.
I'm gonna give a follow to TB. TB's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, his collection is really good. Fucking Loadout. Well, he did pretty much give it a blowjob.
Bulletstorm.
Dynasty Warriors, of course.
I remember playing the demo for Bulletstorm over and over again.
It's fun.
It was fun. I mean, that's why I like Duke Nukem Forever, because it was fucking fun. I mean, I hated the goddamn load times, but Jesus Christ, like, what game there was to play was fun, I thought.
Yeah. Now, TB here has taste.
Yeah. Cthulhu Saves the World. Are you fucking kidding me? Never heard of that game.
It's pretty funny. Gameplay is a lot like Earthbound.
Dust Force. Wait a minute, I have Dust Force already? How? Oh, I probably got it in a fucking Humble Bundle or something. Rayman Origins. Oh, fuck yes. I was so glad to see that goddamn game return to the 2D platforming like the original Rayman. I like Rayman 1 more than I do Rayman 2.
Hey, Common Man. Dynasty Warriors is awesome if you like the series. I do. I don't dislike Dynasty Warriors at all. I think the Musou games can be very fun. I think Jim Sterling gives them a lot more credit than they deserve. But Common Man, does that mean I'm Dusty Rhodes? The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I tell you, Ric Flair, you've put hard times on Dusty Rhodes. Any wrestling fan in there will probably get it.
You remember Sergeant Slaughter?
Oh, he was amazing.
He lives like right down the road from where I grew up.
Wow.
No shit.
That's crazy.
He's a pretty cool guy. He did regular appearances at some, like, it wasn't East Coast Wrestling, but it was some sort of like independent gig like that. He'd regularly go up there and like take pictures and shit. He was a really cool guy. He was always really awesome. I think he went in for like heart surgery or something recently.
Yeah.
He did something. I don't know.
To Nick in the chat, yeah, I really liked Dynasty Warriors Gundam, but I'm a huge Gundam
God.
fan.
Wasn't that a PS3 launch title?
I believe it was, yeah.
It was launch or within the launch window at least.
Now, I didn't buy a PS3 until Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, but I got Dynasty Warriors Gundam and really enjoyed it. Just Gundams are just so fun. Probably some of my favorite mechs ever.
No, because when I got my PS3, that was around the time the Slim came out, so that's when I picked mine up. Yeah, because I got Metal Gear Solid 4, Little Big Planet, Uncharted 1 and 2. Yeah, so I had to catch up on like all that shit.
I remember just when I played through Metal Gear Solid 4, I couldn't believe how long it was. You know, and I was like determined to finish it like within a day. Yeah. Like I didn't sleep for like 36 hours, and I'm like sitting there on my couch like, I really need to go to bed.
I remember taking it forever to fucking install.
Yeah, that initial installation was a rough one.
But man, I fucking loved that game. Like friend of mine played it and absolutely hated it. He was angry by the time he finished it, and I was like, why'd you hate it? Nothing made sense. Everything was so fucking confusing. I'm like, did you not play any of the other Metal Gear Solid games? And evidently he missed out on Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh god.
Don't know why. 3D Rayman on the N64 PSX was great. Yeah, that's Rayman 2. I still think the first Rayman is a whole lot better. I like Rayman 1 a whole lot. The only thing I really don't like about it is you literally have to 100% the fucking game in order to beat it. That is insane. And just to get to the final boss, you have to get like all the fucking Electoons or whatever they're called. You have to bust them all out of their cages. So you have to 100% the game just to beat it. But yeah, Rayman 2 was solid though. I mean, they ported that game like so many fucking times, and it was always good. It's weird. They ported that to the DS. It's like one of the first games for the system, and then they ported it to the 3DS as well. That's how fucking good it is. But I still think the first one's superior. I'm crazy like that. Played Uncharted 1 for the first time. Didn't realize how amazing that game was. Got Uncharted 2, and I'm not really enjoying it despite popular opinion. Why don't you like Uncharted 2? I like Uncharted 1 a lot, but I think Uncharted 2 is probably the best of the trilogy. Even though Uncharted 3 has the best controls of them all. I think they fixed everything in Uncharted 3.
So who's this Jenny Goodchild?
Jenny Goodchild? Oh, Pixie Jenny?
Yeah.
That she was on a stream with Sargon, and basically he was unprepared. And he got torn to shreds from what I hear. I have no idea. I haven't watched it yet. I have no idea, but apparently he got ripped to shreds. Borderlands 2, Game of the Year. I have no desire to play Borderlands 2 at all.
I'm actually quite curious about this. Wait. She quoted Englehart's study on video game. Nope. I'm noping the fuck right out of that. Christopher Englehart is an idiot when it comes to studies about video games. Data. So, fuck that guy. Fuck his eyebrows.
The plot was better. The plot of Uncharted 1 was better. Eh. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't know. I liked Uncharted 2's plot a lot, though.
I thought Uncharted 2 had a bit better of a gameplay flow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And just like I said, Uncharted 3's controls were just butter smooth compared to the other ones. They were perfected, I think, in the last one. The game itself was not. I still think Uncharted 2 is the better experience.
I actually never played the third one.
Oh man, it's good. It really is.
Then I also haven't played The Last of Us yet.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
Well, not Ellen Page as a lesbian was spoiled me pretty early on.
Well, that's in the DLC.
Oh, okay.
You don't get that in the main game. That's only in the DLC. But don't spoil anything for yourself in the main game. It's a whole lot better if you don't.
So what do you think Damas going to try to do since Intel pulled? People who are in PR, they're going to try to smooth it over, but I don't think it'll happen.
They are going to offer some deals for advertising space. Sargon wasn't ripped to shreds, but he allowed himself to fall for a lot of bullshit bait. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen the stream, so I don't know for absolute sure what the hell happened. But from what I was told, he was ripped to shreds. Like he was fucking blown out. But I don't know. Hated the aiming in Uncharted 3. I liked it. It felt a little bit more realistic at least, but Uncharted 3 was the worst. It looked like they built a bunch of sets and had trouble finding a story to link all the levels. What? I thought it flowed really well. I thought all of them flowed really, really well. I mean, that's the problem when you're in a fucking desert. Like you can only use the we have to ride out to this point so often before you're just like, okay, yeah, we get it. But thankfully that was only at the end of the game. I don't know about the ship level though, like the ship graveyard. That was still kind of an level for me. If only for the whole, okay, well, we're going to do the swimming gunplay now.
Yeah. I've heard about that.
Yeah, that was probably the only real bad part for me. The drugged out bits were hilarious though. Whatever floats your boat, or sinks it in that case. Yeah. Uncharted 2 is mechanically better, but a bit too easy. I agree. But Uncharted 2, I beat Uncharted 2 on the hardest difficulty first, and I actually rage quit at Uncharted 1's after a while, but eventually I went back and did it. So I think I've got platinum on all three of the games. No, I don't have platinum on Uncharted 3 because I haven't played multiplayer yet. So, never mind. Never mind. What is this? Are you fucking kidding me? By punishing Gamasutra, Intel sends a clear message they oppose women working in games, women writing about games, women playing games.
Who said this?
McClure 111.
Oh, it's a nobody.
Yeah, basically. But look at who the fucking president of Intel is. Renee James, president of Intel Corporation, and is part of the company's executive office.
But she doesn't want women to work in the industry.
Nope. Internalized misogyny.
Dumb motherfucker. Oh, that's hilarious.
I've noticed in some circles people like to rip on Uncharted. Everyone loves new Tomb Raider. I don't understand. Tomb Raider Anniversary is still best Tomb Raider. I have not played the new Tomb Raider yet.
It's good.
I really have not. I've heard nothing, literally nothing but good things about it. But I haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's like
Anniversary is still really good though.
Like I've told people before, it's one of those things where if you could write a paper on Laura's body language in that game, it's fantastic. It's literally, instead of being, it plays a lot like Uncharted. Anyone telling you that's spot on. But at the same time, when it comes right down to it, it's much darker, and I feel like the story writing's a bit better too.
I'll definitely have to give it a look when I've got some monies. When I'm not fucking spending it on Smash Brothers or something. The whole desert part was supposed to be longer. At the end, there's that old city, and it's to show if you ever had a chance to explore the place. Yeah, but that's kind of the point. Like you got there a little bit too late. I mean, fucking like, you didn't really get to explore much of Shambhala in Uncharted 2. Because you were on your feet most of the time, and those giant fucking Avatar Yeti things, what the fuck ever, kept coming after you and just wouldn't fucking die. Also, Nazis everywhere.
Yeah, somehow Nazis got involved.
Somehow Nazis get involved in fucking everything. Wasn't there controversy over the rapey scene? Oh, in Tomb Raider? Yeah, wasn't there something?
It was Much Ado About Nothing.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm stunned and disappointed that Intel bowed to the trolls and pulled their ads from Gamasutra over the exceptional work of Lee Alexander. Sure, troll. Yeah, probably troll. Who calls Lee Alexander's work exceptional? Lee Alexander does.
Pretty much.
Holy shit. Alright, I think I'll let this go for about 5 more minutes, and then I've got to go get some food. So, any questions you got for me or Micah while we're here?
That aren't, why isn't Becca here?
Yeah. Why aren't they here? Because they're just not here. I don't fucking know. Somebody asked for my Steam name the other day, and I don't know if I feel comfortable enough giving out my Steam name.
Yeah, I usually keep that to myself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, because I'm not usually on here. That's the thing. Hardly ever am. I mean, I just got on here for fucking Gone Home for the fucking stream, and that was it. So. Oh, South Park: The Stick of Truth. God damn, I can't wait to play that. November.
I need to play that sometime too. It's another game I keep putting off and putting off.
Yeah. God damn, man. November. Friend's coming in November and is bringing South Park with her. It is going to be great. Get games cheap. Why is Alpha Protocol on that list? If you can look past the flawed gameplay, this SPS RPG delivers a unique experience where your actions have real consequences. Hey, Fear.
If you can look past the steaming pile of shit, you might see a house.
Oh, Fear. Fear 2 is one of the craziest fucking games I've ever played in my entire life.
Yeah, that was an odd one.
Goddamn plane crash out of nowhere. What?
Yeah. And then the ending, I'm just kind of like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Rape, that's what happened.
Exactly.
Put a trigger warning on that fucking game. Oh, man. South Park, new season of South Park starts soon. New season of South Park already started, man. There's a new episode that comes on tonight, too. The first one was about the Redskins and Kickstarter. Man, they tore Kickstarter a new one.
What did they say about the Redskins?
Basically the name was fucked up, but the very end was like, well, nobody gave a shit until people started protesting. Like they literally said, but you guys thought our name was cool before.
Yeah.
So gotta give them props for that. Gluten-free Ebola is tonight's episode.
Nah. Oh God.
That's gonna be good. Gluten-free Ebola. I'll read the synopsis. No, come on. Where's the fucking synopsis?
Stalker? I hated Stalker. Hated Stalker so much.
I never played Stalker.
If you watch the Zero Punctuation episode, it's pretty spot on. You know, it really is the inverse of most shooters. You are the one who can't take 2 bullets, and everybody else is a walking fridge. So what I would do is I would use a hex editor on the game and give myself infinite life and just shoot people with a starting pistol.
Do you think Final Fantasy 15 will restore Square Enix to their former glory, or do you think it'll be their Resident Evil 6? I have no idea.
I haven't seen anything about it.
It used to be Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Really?
They turned that into Final Fantasy 15. I don't think it's going to return Square Enix to their former glory.
Let me have a look at it. If it's based on 13, that was one of the most convoluted...
Yeah, it's Versus 13. That was the one that had nothing to do with 13.
Really?
That was the weird one.
It's hard telling that. I mean, because it says that like it's based on that mythology, but it's got no direct relation. So it is or it's not.
I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with 13. The name was just Versus 13 for whatever the hell reason. I mean, it didn't look like it shared any of the same characters or any of the same gameplay when the trailers first went out. And this was when like the PS3 was first announced. So now they're putting it on, I guess, PS4. But I think it's been really hyped up too much at this point that it's doomed to fail. Kind of like The Last Guardian. I think if The Last Guardian comes out within the next 3 or 4 years, it will be doomed to fail because fucking everyone's expectations will be so sky high.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to Final Fantasy, I think that Square Enix's reputation when it comes to that has been tarnished. Not to mention they've lost a lot of the great minds who I'll get to what Nick said there in a second, but when it comes down to it, it's, you know, the top minds who made those games what they were back in the SNES and PlayStation 1 days, they're all gone. You know, Nobuo Uematsu left. I can't remember the name of the head of the development team, but he's gone too. So all that great music, all of that gone. I remember playing 13 and winning a fight, and then the ending battle theme da 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 didn't play, and I remember thinking to myself like, I almost want to shut this off. So, and then Lightning and all those guys were the dumbest characters ever. Why a guy had a chocobo in his fro is beyond me, so I called it the Frocobo. But now the head dev on FF15 came out to say he wants to simplify combat to one button, and the AI will decide the best move for the player. What? Why? But I want to play the game. If I wanted to watch a really, really pretentious movie, I'd do that. If I want to see something pretentious, what the fuck? Ugh. No. I want the whole controller to do things, and me to have control on what the things are doing. Jesus. It says something when the last Final Fantasy game I really enjoyed was almost 12 years ago. That was Final Fantasy X.
The only Final Fantasy game I've ever liked was Tactics.
Tactics was great.
That's the only one. I haven't liked any of them. And my God, I spent an ungodly amount of time on Final Fantasy III. But that was just, I can't fucking stand that game now.
I just like the ability to suplex a train. I mean, why the fuck not?
Oh, God. Okay, so the new episode of South Park. Mr. Mackey is now gluten-free, and everyone is annoyed when he won't quit preaching about how great he feels. But after witnessing a disturbing demonstration of what happens to your body when you do eat gluten, South Park becomes the first town in America to go gluten-free.
That should be interesting. I have a feeling it's going to be the same sort of tone as the Hybrid Cars one.
Probably. Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride. Oh, man. That's a classic.
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy. Well,
yeah, man, a lot of RPGs. It seems like the RPG is becoming a lost art.
That's how it is. Everything has to be easy.
And the Japanese development's just not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's true.
Unless your name's Kojima.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Kojima. I really want Zone of the Enders 3, though.
I do, too. I think that would be
get it.
That'd be a fun game.
But, anyway, man can dream. All right, well, I think that'll about do it for tonight. I gotta get food, and South Park comes on in about an hour and a half here, so everybody can go fucking watch it. All right, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. It's been fun for just chilling out, shooting the shit and whatnot.
Heck yeah,
Micah, you wanna plug your Twitter for those who don't? No.
For those who don't know, you can find me at Mind of Micah C. And I'm writer for TechRaptor.net. Probably have a new article out sometime this week. Hopefully I'll get back on track with that video as well.
Sounds good. Me. I'm the same guy as always, so. Yep. This is the goddamn Hat Man, signing out. Don't explode.